Good afternoon. Today is November 30th, and this is the class of science for second year, Nature of Storm, Colegio Simón Bolívar. First, we're going to study the objectives of this class. What are storms, types, identify the process that form different storms, compare and contrast different types of storm, describe the life cycle of storms. We will start today as defining the word storm. What is a storm? It's a violent meteorological phenomenon in which there is a lot of rain, heavy rain, wind due to moisture in the air. Hail and lightning are also common in these storms. Also, they are associated with weather and may be marked by strong wind, thunder, lightning, and heavy precipitation such as ice. There are three types of storms that we already understood or we are going to study. The first one are called hurricanes. Then we have thunderstorms and tornadoes. Hurricanes is a type of storm called tropical cyclone, which forms over tropical subtropical waters, meaning in the area of the tropics. Thunderstorms is a violent, short-lived weather disturbance that is associated with lightning, thunder, dense clouds, heavy rain or hail, and strong gusty winds. And finally, tornadoes. Tornadoes are violent rotating columns of the air that is in contact with both the surface of the earth and the cumulonimbus clouds. We have some pictures to show you specifically what is a hurricane and how the hurricanes affect the areas of where we live, specifically the Caribbean Ocean. How do hurricane forms? Hurricanes form when there is warm moisture and over waters begin to rise. The rising is replaced by cooler air. The cooler air will then warm and start to rise. There are two conditions to have hurricanes. The two conditions are warm weather, warm waters, and the mechanism that provide this warm water to uprise into the atmosphere. Then we have pictures, how the hurricane forms, and we study the stages of the hurricanes. Hurricanes can be closely watched by the NOAA, which is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration of the United States, and is located in the state of Florida. And they are studying daily what all kinds of disturbances occur in the Atlantic Ocean. Finally, the hurricanes will start to form due to a tropical disturbance in the coast of Africa. Then they will move from west to east yes, a tropical disturbance that will turn into a tropical depression, then it will be a tropical storm, and finally a hurricane. This might take as much as a week to form all this hurricane. The stages of the hurricane, again, what will occur during this stage? First, we have the tropical wave, which is a low pressure rough of persistent winds from east to west. Then we have tropical disturbance, then we have tropical depression, tropical storm, and then finally a hurricane, which is an already organized body of rain and clouds and water. We have that in the North Atlantic, hurricane season begins from November 1st to November 30th. As hurricane winds spirals around the storm, they push water into the center of the storm. Meteorologists have divided the development of this tropical cyclone, in parentheses, hurricanes, into 4 stages: tropical disturbance, tropical depression, tropical storm, and finally the full-grown tropical cyclone. Then they're going to talk about how do we measure hurricanes. Probably you have heard that hurricanes are measured categories 1 through 5. Now, who created this? In the 1970s, a specific engineer named SAFFIR and a meteorologist named Simpson, they developed a scale to describe the effect of hurricane in a specific area. And this is what we know now as SAFFIR-Simpson hurricane scale. It classifies hurricane according to 3 important factors. First, the speed of the wind. Second, air pressure in the center of the hurricane, and then potential property damages. When a hurricane is coming from a natural tropical disturbance to a tropical storm, and then finally to a tropical cyclone, all of these stages are closely studied by these people at the NOAA, which is the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration located in Florida. This scale ranges from category 1 hurricanes at a minimum speed of 74 miles per hour to category 5 hurricanes with a speed of over 155 miles per hour. Then we have here, probably like we have seen, a very well organized scale. It has 5 categories: winds, velocity, and damages that occur. Category 1, produce some damage. Category 2, extensive damage. Then we have category 3, devastating, destruction. And then we have 4 and 5, catastrophic, which is worst, is the worst damage that we might have out of a hurricane. What causes hurricane? As I said, the different temperatures, warm water combined with cool air and other mechanisms. We also have that we now go into thunderstorm here. When every thunderstorm produces lightning, there is a wet thunder and dry thunder. Difference between weather and not rain is produced. This is all about thunderstorms now. We have thunderstorm and they are characterized by the lightning and thunders. Okay, so we have how the thunderstorm form. They have main ingredients or main factors. First, moisture. Then we have instability, which is the ability they have to accelerate upward or downward when the motion of the storm starts. And then the lift, agents which lift moist unstable air, which start to the thunderstorm. We have some pictures to show you there. And then we have, these are the life cycle of the thunderstorm. Thunderstorm have 3 stages, and the first one is developing stage. This is when you see the black, dark color of the sky that we know that it's going to rain. The mature stage means like the storm is getting darker and it makes all this noise and is completely overwhelming on top of the cities or on top of the earth. And then the dissipating stage, that means when it disappears. We have some pictures, and then we have now the lightning. What produces lightning? Thunders and lightning. Lightning is created when negative charges is on the bottom of the cloud are attracted by the positive charge in the ground, and that's what the lightning occurs. Okay, then we have some pictures, and this is what we know now as a tornado. In English, we call this also tornado or twister. There used to be a movie very famous of this, especially in the area of Kansas City or Kansas State in the United States of America. This is the formation of a cyclone. It has to do with swirling round motion of cool air and hot air. We have also a very important map that I'm going to show you in a minute about what is called the tornado alley in the United States. Tornadoes are a violent, whirling column of air in contact with the ground. Before reaching the ground, they are called funnel clouds. They are horizontal and they turn vertical just when the correct time it is to become a tornado. The air in the tornado is made up of debris and dust and by condensation of water vapor. This occurs especially during the summer months, okay? Then we have the tornado alley that I was mentioning when we have a front, a warm front, a cold front, cold air coming from the north, warm air from the south, and that will make like a center, and that is a channel, that is the alley with all these tornadoes formed during the months of May, June, and July in the United States. Then what we have here will be tornadoes, a change in the wind direction that is speed up and create a horizontal rotation in the lower atmosphere. Strong draft tilt the rotating air from the horizontal to a vertical position, and a tornado form within the rotating wind. This is what I was saying, that the change in wind direction will be in a horizontal rotation, okay? And then in the lower temperature or lower atmosphere, sorry. Then the strong draft tilt the rotating to be a vertical position, and that's when the tornado is already formed. We have a picture here showing us the motion of a tornado. First, A would tell us the position of the cloud with rotating wind. Then we have the tornado twisting from horizontal going to vertical until it finally reached the ground. This is the class that we have. The classwork, it will be write an essay, 20 lines about a devastating storm. Here you must use proper language, proper vocabulary words, correct English, of course. You can investigate about any hurricane or tornado, or simply make up a story, make up a good story. I would love to read all these beautiful and incredible stories that you may be able to write. Remember, the title is Devastating Storms. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.